We play Liverpool in the UCL tomorrow, and today Carlo Ancelotti had a press conference. And well, he wasn't alone because Jude Bellingham joined them. So this is everything Jude Bellingham and Carlo Ancelotti said. And also Arne Slot and Virgil van Dijk talked. But let's start with Jude first. I have complete trust in the squad and the players we have. When players have to come in for the injured players, they always do well. I am self-critical. My performances have been at a good level. Of course, without goals, there's no headlines. But I am happy with my performances. And they asked Jude about his best position. He said, I think it's central areas where I have freedom. And he also said, I am happy to sacrifice for the team when needed. I will do what the manager asks from me. I think the criticism for killing Mbappe is over the top. Also, I see him in training every day and he's only going to get better. And well, he said, I think I lost my smile a little bit after the Euros. I think I was mistreated in comparison to what I contributed. Perhaps I felt a little bit of a scapegoat. But in general, I haven't lost my smile at Real Madrid. And scapegoat from the Euros? It's not about pressure. I felt I contributed in big moments. But it felt like the whole world was coming down on me after the final. A few things happened during the tournament. Like I didn't speak to the media. I had personal things going on. Journalists tried to speak to my family all the time. Like my grandmother who did not want to leave her house because of it. Would I love to play with Trent? He said I already do with England. He's a Liverpool player and we are here. And I think it's disrespectful for me to speak about that. And he said I speak with Ancelotti every day. We have a good relationship. I have changed positions when needed. But others have too. Like Fede, Camacho, Ameni. When it's necessary, we fill in positions. And no Vinny, they asked? He said that's a big hit for us. He was upset he couldn't travel with us. And Liverpool before Madrid? I don't think it was as close as the media made out. All the clubs I spoke to respected me and my family. So I don't want to say anything disrespectful. But when Real Madrid arrived, it's different level. And he said I arrived last summer. The club lost arguably one of the best scorers of this generation in Benzema. And I think collectively with Joselu. And Brahim tried to cover that. This year we signed one of the best of this generation in Kylian. Goals? I have the smell for them again. So I want to keep going with that. And then they asked about Balón de Oro. When we won the Champions League, that was our Balón de Oro. And he also said, I think personally it should have gone to Madrid. Particularly Vinny. But that's my opinion and nothing on Rodri. He's a brilliant player, it's just about our season. And picking Real Madrid. When Real Madrid knock on the door, it shakes the whole house. And the last thing he said, improvement in the last 2 games. I think the attitude on and off the ball, it's the bare minimum for our fans. Now Ancelotti. He said tomorrow's game will be very entertaining as always. Real Madrid and Liverpool are historical clubs. Liverpool always very dangerous and competitive. Vinny asked? I think he got injured at the end of the game. The important thing now is his recovery. And also see who will replace him. And he said that Liverpool are playing very well. This is a chance for us to show our best level. I'm sure it will be a great game. And Lucas Vazquez is back. He is an option. Valverde was just an emergency option because I had no one else. And this game is important. We need the points. We have already lost 2 games. And then they asked about Trent. He said, I can't think about him. He's not my player. And he also said, I'm an Everton fan. I'm blue. And he also said Vinny and Valverde were fine after the international break and that's it. Injuries happen. 11 muscle injuries. We have also suffered 7 ACLs. It's difficult to prevent this. It's not just a Real Madrid problem. It happens to every team. There are many injuries. We have to accept it and use this to be better, just like last season. And we played more compact, more solid together in the last 2 games. This is the key. And Raul Asensio? I see him well, he's ready, not nervous, very focused. I'm sure he will be good tomorrow. And no one can give me advices about subs. I managed 1,300 games, 1,300 lineups, and more than 4,000 subs. I don't think anyone here can give me advice. And also Virgil van Dijk said this. To be honest, I don't need the feeling of revenge to be ready. But it's the Champions League, it's a big game. A very nice duel for the neutral fan and we want to dominate and get a win. I've never beaten them. That record is disappointing. So we have to bounce back and be ready for this game. And Arne Slot said this. He was asked about killing Mbappe. He has always shown his quality and is very hard to play against. He is one of the best players football has today. And he said that Trent is in the squad to face Real Madrid, but he is not available to start. He can maybe make a few minutes. In an ideal world, he won't. And also, no Vinny? We approach this differently because a new player will play for them. We have to expect something else. He played almost every game for them, but it is quite difficult for us to understand what to expect. And we can take examples from Real Madrid, they find different ways to win. Even if we could be fortunate enough to be 1 or 2 goals up, but I think we feel it with Real Madrid a bit more than any other club we face, that they can come back. And lastly, they asked, Real Madrid have more aura than the others? They might do. I can't talk for all the other teams I faced. I've said at former clubs all the time that we should follow the example of Madrid as they always find a way to win. And well, with that being said, let me know what you guys think.